Welcome to the Marvelous Moms Club podcast. Discover yourself, break out of mediocrity, and become the mom you've always aspired to be. Here's your host, Kirsten Tyrell.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited. I don't know that I've ever had a conference call with more than one person for Marvelous Moms Club, so this is brand new. Everybody just put on your focusing ears and try and differentiate all the voices. Mine will be easy because I sound like a man because I have a cold. But I have sisters, Lacey and Alli, who are here today from Strong Fit Mamas. And because they're sisters, they're probably going to sound like the same person is talking the whole time. But it's going to be great. They have an amazing platform. They're really trying to help moms stay strong through their different challenges and really help you to feel strong as far as fitness goes and really show up and be the mom that you want to be for your kids. So welcome to the show, girls.
Thanks. You. We're excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. I met you girls because you just finished your very first ever conference, like your first live event in Las Vegas. And not just, this was a few months ago. And I had the pleasure of participating and sharing my story there. And there were so many phenomenal women that were able to do the same. And I got to learn and hear from so many different amazing people. So maybe give a little bit of background. How many kids do you have between the two of you? And kind of what stage of motherhood are you in with your kids?
Awesome.
Go ahead, Lace.
I'll go first. So I'm Lacey. I'm the oldest of the two of us. And I have 4 kids. So my oldest is almost 13 and in middle school. And my youngest is almost 6 and she just finished kindergarten. So I'm just like inching my way into teenage world. And then I have 2 in between there too. So this house is bursting at the seams and loud and crazy and just kind of we're leaving the toddler phase behind and entering into the teenage world, which is like crazy. It's craziness. So.
Oh my gosh. Good luck. I hear it's really fun.
And I am Alli. I am the younger sister of the 2, and I always introduce myself that way because I want Lacey to remember I'm 5 years younger than her. So, but you know what? We look the same age, and everyone thinks I'm always the older sister. So, I mean, there's that. So, I have 3 kids. My oldest just turned 9, and my middle child, Macy, she's a Spitfire. She is going to be 6 here soon. And my youngest is almost 3. So, and no more babies, I don't think. So I think we've left the infant stage.
And you're moving on up to try and catch up with Lacey, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So it sounds like you guys both had one about the same time. Each of you have one that's almost 6. So that was probably a fun part of life, having babies at the same time.
So fun. And that's actually how we got started in what we're doing now. It was inspired by our 2 littles that are the same age.
How fun. So give everybody a little bit of background on Strong Fit Mamas, since you kind of started into that anyway, and really how that was born of, your experiences as moms and how that connected you guys to start something.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lace.
Okay. So when, like you said, Alli and I had babies at the same time, we didn't ever think that our paths would cross like that. And they did. And it was so fun. And we enjoyed our pregnancies together and the little ones together. But then there came a point where we both were just kind of feeling uncomfortable in our skin. And I was in a really dark place emotionally, and she was in a dark place physically, and neither one of us knew how to fix the problem. We just knew something wasn't quite right. And I had a friend reach out to me and ask if I wanted to join her in a fitness accountability group, to which I said, no, thank you. That's not for me. I'm not interested. And then shortly thereafter, a few days later, I was talking to Alli, and she mentioned that she was sitting on the couch looking at diet pills. And like I said, I didn't know how to fix either one of our problems, but I knew that diet pills was not an answer for her. And so I told her about what I had been invited to and said I would join if she did. Secretly hoping she'd say no, because I really didn't want to. But I was like doing my older sister duty and trying to protect my little sister. And Al, do you want to tell about what happened after that?
Yeah, so she invited me and I was like, oh, heck no, because she told me that it was going to cost money and I am just the cheapest person on the planet. So why would I spend money on this at-home fitness program and superfood something with superfoods in it? I didn't even know what that was at the time. If I could run outside for free, which, mind you, I didn't run outside for free because I hated running, but still, I said no
Sounds
way.
familiar.
Yeah. Those people who like running, I mean, they're interesting people. I mean, I wish I could enjoy running. I enjoy
I
talking to
know.
my girlfriends. I guess that gets me going, but
You enjoy running your mouth.
Yes. That's so funny.
I'm with you.
So, but actually, it was a few days later when I was mulling over where I was physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, the whole gamut, and just realizing, you know what, what I was doing wasn't working, and if I wanted to change, I needed to do something different. And it was my husband who, if I'm the cheapest person on the planet, he's right there behind me, like as number two, as the cheapest person on the planet. And he was actually the one that encouraged me to step forward and to do something for me and to do this with Lacey. And the fact that he could see that I needed something, and that just a little bit of encouragement is what got me going and has forever changed the course of both of our lives. Joining that very first group.
That's incredible.
So
keep it going. What happened next?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
go ahead, Lace.
reading a book.
And that's it at the end.
The end.
And we'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lace.
So we ended up joining this challenge, and it went for 90 days, which is like unheard of. And I was like, can I really do this? But I decided I would try. And I used to be a total gym girl and was like, okay, I will take a break from the gym for 90 days. And as soon as this is over, I'm back. And after the challenge was over, Alli and I both emerged completely different people. Not only did we look different physically, but we found places in ourselves to develop mentally and emotionally and spiritually that we didn't even know needed to be worked on. I know for myself, like I was no longer in that dark hole of depression, and I was able to, manage my anxiety and find joy in being a mom and feel good and comfortable in my skin and not worried about what others were thinking about me. And so after we went through this and found such incredible changes in ourselves, we felt the passion to pay it forward and to help all of those other moms that were in the trenches of motherhood. And, while motherhood is one of the greatest callings and most amazing blessings in our lives, it can also be very lonely. And a lot of times we feel like we're in it alone and nobody else knows what's happening it's not as hard for everybody else as it is for us. But we are determined to help other moms not only find strength and uncover the strength that's within them, but then to be able to share it with their families, and with their communities and those people around them, because it's as we open our mouths and we share, those scary, vulnerable things that we think nobody else knows or understands, we realize that everybody else is in the same trench as we are. And so that's kind of really where Strong Fit Mamas began, because we wanted to share that change and help facilitate that change with other moms that felt alone like we did.
That's awesome. And isn't that where every good idea starts? I feel like I say this every time I have entrepreneurial or just sharing type people here on the podcast, is the best way to, the best way to teach anything is to first have learned it yourself. And once you see that dramatic change, whether it's financially, spiritually, physically, emotionally, you want to share it. That's the first thing you want to do. It's like a bandwagon syndrome, which I totally have. I was just telling somebody on a different podcast that I have this bandwagon problem. Like, I figured out a way to make $4. Do you want to jump in? Are you in? Are we doing this? And I've been that way forever. And I think, isn't that incredible too? Because the only reason you guys even started down that path is because somebody shared it with you. Somebody invited you into something. You had no idea that was going to change your life. So what has it looked like since then? You're looking at what, like 5-6 years what has the journey for Strong Fit Mamas been like?
Lacey, do you want me to take it, or do you want
Yeah,
to?
go ahead. Go for it.
I feel like our journey has definitely been one of several small steps. I don't think we ever thought we would be hosting events ever. I never thought
Right.
I would be. I never thought we'd have a huge Facebook page. I never thought we'd be running. I never thought I'd be a fitness coach. You know, so many little things have added up and created this beautiful journey that I don't think we ever expected we'd be on. But so many amazing things happen when you step outside of your comfort zone and you have a desire in your heart to make a difference, and when you allow God to be in it all. We
I
first
love that.
started just running 30-day accountability groups. That's how it all got started, because we wanted to empower women the way we felt empowered. And we definitely feel like fitness is the catalyst for change in so many different areas. Is that the only answer? Of course not. Just for us, we've noticed when we hone in on being physically healthy, it's like a domino effect in so many different areas in our life. And our biggest desire, of course, we want people to be healthy physically, but to be well-rounded and healthy in all aspects of their lives is what our real goal is. And so we ran several 30-day groups every month for years. I don't even know how many years we've been doing it, like 5 years, probably.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
long
even
time.
know. A long time. And Lacey actually came to me and said, I feel like we need to step outside of our comfort zone a little bit more and host an event. And I will tell you this, when we started coaching these groups, she was the one who said, I want to be a coach. And I was like, oh, heck no. Same thing that I said when she asked me to join the group. Oh, heck no. She's the visionary. And I'm like the one like, maybe not. I'm definitely a comfort zone person.
Right.
And so, Lace, do you want to take it away from when you told me you wanted to start hosting events?
Sure. Yeah. So I had been to an event, and at this particular event, they were focusing on kind of breaking women down in order to build them back up. And the whole time that I was sitting there watching women sit there in puddles, I just kept thinking, why do we have to be even more broken in order to feel empowered? And so that's when I went to Alli and I said, we can do this. We need to empower women. We need to empower moms. We need to help them uncover the greatness that's in them, because that's how we find strength and healing, not by being even more broken. And so we decided just to jump. And honestly, it was one of the scariest and most exciting and most faith-driven thing that we have ever done in our business. And we can honestly say there was amazing women involved in it, not only attending, but, speaking like yourself and presenting. And it was so empowering to do that and to allow ourselves to be God's mouthpiece and to be instruments in his hands to do what he needed for the women that were there. And in turn, we were also blessed and grown and stretched as well. So that's kind of where it started.
Can I just add something really quick?
Of course.
I know we're running out of time. I'm sorry, but
Don't worry about it. We're fine.
Okay. Lacey and I, after running groups for so long, we saw a common thread among the moms that we would work with. And that is that most people felt lonely. And most people felt not good enough. And most mothers that we worked with felt lonely and like they weren't good enough. It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to see a fresh set of women every 30 days feel those same exact things. And I'll say too, a big platform for what we do is that we are Christian mothers. We love Jesus Christ and we will proclaim his name in all that we do. And it was a strong desire of ours to not just shine his light, but to unite Christian women in our groups, but especially with our events. Now, our vision for our events is to provide a safe environment for Christian women to grow and develop personally. We want to establish a community that can be drawn upon even outside of the event, drawn upon for support when upholding Christian values and morals in the world today. And we just feel that now more than ever, we have the power to influence. And when I say we, I don't mean Lacey and I and you. I mean we as in Christian women. We have a great power to influence, whether for good or for bad. And the first step in influencing is knowing whose you are and what it is that you have to offer. And that's what we want to provide in our event, to let women know that they are daughters of God, and then give them the tools to be able to go to their community and their homes and their families and empower those within their own circle of influence.
I love it. Oh, you guys are so amazing. I just, makes my heart just want to explode out of my chest. I love that. I think if you are starting any kind of a mission with that, if you are leading a business that way, if you are trying to influence people for good, that is the ultimate place to start. And I love that that is like unabashedly, unapologetically where you guys operate from. And it's why I loved you, and why, even though I didn't meet you before I came and spoke at your event, I knew it was going to be something special. And I know that it did turn out to be something really special. So I love that. And I think in even what you're creating, and even in these challenges, the transformation is physical, but I think more so in anything, right? Like when the transformation really sticks and when it's meaningful is when it goes on those deeper levels, when you really see yourself through a different lens, when you see yourself as a daughter of God, when you see yourself as much more powerful than you've given yourself credit to be. Because even though you can be not a runner and not a person who wants to pay for a fitness challenge, after 90 days, which, yes, that is such a long challenge. I can't even imagine. I'm glad yours are only 30. But bless it, you did it. You did 90 days, and look at where you came. I just love that in that 30 days, you're giving women that opportunity to transform on so many different levels. So I think it says a lot about your intent, and it says a lot about, you know, results that people can expect when they join your community and they take part in what you're offering, because I think it's so much more powerful.
Well, it's been a blessing in our lives, both of us, to be a part of such an amazing group of community of women, for sure.
I bet. Well, there's strength in numbers, right? And when you're creating such a safe space like that, that's a really, not just a cool number to have, but it's a cool number to have of women who share that same common goal where there's so much good happening. So I think it's something to be super, super proud of. And I bet you guys are so glad that you started that challenge 5 or 6 years ago.
Yes.
Yes,
Amen.
it changed our lives more than we ever expected.
And tens of thousands of other lives, which is so, so cool. So tell me, you guys said you love Audible. Some of your favorites that you have read or are reading. What are you guys reading right now?
Oh, man. Okay, I actually
Are you book
just
hoppers?
finished.
You're like listening to 4 at a time?
Yes. I'm listening to How to Cure Your Child with Food right now. I don't know if you've heard that, but that's been really intriguing.
Cool.
I just finished an historical fiction series called The Kingdom and the Crown, which is amazing. If you want to know more about Jewish culture and have a fun time doing it, that was incredible. So go read those.
Oh,
Not personal development.
I'm excited about these. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, it is. It is personal development, just in a different way.
Yeah. Cool.
So
I love those.
And I'm just getting ready to start listening on Audible to Girl Wash Your Face. And I'm so excited to start reading that one because I just hear so much goodness about it.
Me too. That's literally the one I most recently purchased, because I let girls who are on my downline listen to my Audible books, and that's the one they requested. And I haven't even been able to start it yet, so I guess we'll probably be reading it about the same time.
Good.
It's gotten great reviews. I would love to have Rachel Hollis on the show, so maybe that will happen next season. Who knows? We'll see.
Be so dreamy. That would be amazing.
Highly recommended. Cool. Okay, so a little bit more about, I mean, really, where can people find you? Where can they follow you? You said you mentioned that you have the Facebook page, you have the community, you have the group. Where's the ideal place to really get connected with you guys, to take part in one of your challenges, to come to one of your live events? Fill everybody in.
So probably our favorite place to be right now is Instagram. We are on Instagram at just Strong Fit Mamas. It's MAMAS. I know there's a whole bunch of different ways to spell mamas, but we are currently just totally loving Instagram and Insta stories. But we are also, like you said, on Facebook, and all of our challenges that we run are run via Marco Polo. And so we get to get down in the nitty gritty and face to face and heart to heart with the women that choose to take this journey and make this transformation. So the best way to connect with us is really probably Instagram, DM us, or really we're kind of everywhere. Wherever you want to find us, Instagram, Facebook, email. We have, strongfitmamas.com, our website. So you can find us kind of everywhere, whatever your choice of platform is.
So go follow them basically in all the places. Wherever you want to be, they will be there too.
Yes.
And our next event is going to be in May. So come join us in May in Salt Lake City and gather together with us and other mamas and come to learn and grow and develop personally.
Awesome. That's so exciting. You guys have almost a year to prepare. Hopefully you'll follow them, you'll learn more from them, and you'll be super, super excited to go to that next live event because I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And then finally, you each get to answer this. This is like double the fun. What makes you a marvelous mom?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question.
Do you want to go first, Alli?
Yeah, sure. I would say what makes me a marvelous mom, that feels so weird to say, is I know I am never going to give up on my kids or my family or my husband. I definitely think the foundation to a good family is a strong marriage, and I'm not going to give up on my husband, and I know he's not going to give up on me, and I know I show up every day with my kids, and I know I apologize every day to my kids because I screw up every day with my kids, and I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters that we make mistakes, and hopping from failure to failure is really just growing, and so I think not giving up and showing up is what I try to do to be a marvelous mom.
I love that. And you should be glad you went first because now isn't a challenge trying to follow that with an equally amazing answer?
Yes. Well, and actually what I was going to say is we obviously are sisters because that's totally what I was going to say. And so now I've got to dig in deeper. No,
There's no wrong answers. There's no better.
I do think, I'm going to echo what Alli says with not giving up, but I'm also going to add to it just from my perspective and my experience in that I think what makes me a marvelous mom is that I'm not going to give up and that I'm also going to own the mom that I am. I feel like I spent too many years feeling guilty, comparing myself as a mom to other women, feeling like if I was a fun mom or if I was a Pinterest mom or if I was a fill-in-the-blank mom, then my kids would be happier or they would be more well-behaved or they would be whatever it may be. And as time has gone on and I've spent a lot of time on my knees and a lot of time pondering and holding on to, okay, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up even though, I have been blessed with some very stretching children. So, I hold on to, I'm not giving up, and then also move forward on to, God's given me these children for a reason, and he's given them me as a mom for a reason. And so I can stand confidently in the mom that I am, and that I'm capable of providing my family with what it is that they need. Even though I make mistakes and I stumble and I fall, I'm still willing to pick myself back up, dust it off, and keep moving forward with my arms wrapped around them. So
I love that. Wow, I don't even know if we were to pick a better answer. That was you definitely brought your A game. I'm totally kidding. It's like how
she
can
always
I not?
does that.
She's like, let me actually just wrap this up with the most eloquent answer. Like the first answer was great, but mine's gonna be the better. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, try being the younger sister to that. Honestly,
they were both beautiful answers. Both of you guys bring so much value. I'm so glad you're all over the internet because people like you need to be all over the internet. And I'm following you, but I'm gonna make sure that I see all your posts because they really are. They're good, and the message is good there. And everybody go follow them, go engage with them. They're truly marvelous moms. And I'm really grateful to you guys for spending time being on here, even in spite of technical difficulties that we've had. You guys are truly amazing. So thank you.
Well,
thanks for having us.
You're
It was
wonderful.
fun.
Of course. All right, ladies, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a marvelous day.
Bye.